Have you ever heard of TFP in the makeup world? Hi, my name is Faith Smith, a makeup artist of 16 years now, and I'm here to talk about everything beauty and beauty business. Today we're going to talk about TFP. I'm going to explain it all for you. So what is TFP? TFP is the abbreviation for trade for print, although in today's world it should really be trade for PDF because nobody prints their portfolios anymore. Everything is all online, let's get real. So trade for print is essentially collaborating with other creative individuals. So TFP is a term that you will hear a lot in the creative industries, predominantly with photography, makeup artists, hairstylists, stylists, and models. TFP, trade for print, is when creatives get together all working for free, giving their time in exchange for the print or PDF. So although yes, you're working for free, why is working for free, donating your time to collaborate on TFPs, so valuable? Okay, so in the beginning of my career, I had absolutely no idea what to do. I just knew I needed to practice makeup and practice hair and get pictures for my portfolio. So what did I do? I went to a website called Model Mayhem, which I don't even know if it exists anymore, but I know that there are Facebook groups that you can join to find people in your industry local to collaborate with. You want to do this absolutely in the beginning of your career, and then you want to refine it and still continue doing it throughout. I still do TFPs now. Getting together with other creatives to work on photo shoots together is so valuable because not only are you producing professional images for your portfolio, which is very important. Honestly, whenever anyone applies to Faith Smith Agency with just iPhone photos, it drives me insane. You need some professional pictures of your work as well. So it also gives you an opportunity to test out new techniques, test out new products, work on different skin tones, hair types, all with no pressure because you're not working with a client, the model isn't paying you, the photographer's not paying you, you're all there to collaborate, which is so amazing. These high quality images will lead to higher paying clients and clients in general. This is how you get your work. You need evidence of your skills and what you can do. So in the beginning for me, I took on as many TFPs as possible. I did so many wacky creative looks, which actually led to people hiring me for wacky creative looks. I did all sorts of weird, like nymph fairies and things like that, all sorts of weird gigs I used to get in the beginning of my career. But as I've kind of refined what I wanted to do with my career, because in the beginning, let's face it, it's like there's so many different avenues you can go down. You can go down the bridal and the grad and the special events, or you can go into theater, you can go into the movie industry, you can get into editorial and fashion. But once you kind of figure out what route you want to go down, you want to start refining your portfolio and refining the TFPs that you say yes to. So when should you say yes to TFP and when should you say no? Let me explain this to you. So what you want to look out for, if someone reaches out to you about a collaboration or a TFP, it will be, they'll use either collaboration or TFP as the wording. That essentially means they want you to work free of charge. What you want to make sure is, most importantly, that the photographer is a good photographer to ensure that you're going to get really nice quality images of your work. You also want to check out what the creative brief is. So while yes, there is some creative freedom with TFPs, there is most often also a creative brief. There's an image that we're trying to create, something that we're inspired by, whether it be the clothing, a makeup look, a theme. So you want to make sure that that aligns with your work, what you're trying to do with your career, with your portfolio, with what you need in your portfolio. So definitely check out the creative brief as well. So you may also want to check out what the model looks like as well, because perhaps, maybe you want to take on this TFP because you actually really want that skin tone or hair type in your portfolio because there's a gap in what you're showcasing to your clients. So there's numerous reasons why you may say yes, and even if all three don't tick the boxes, it may be still beneficial to you. You always want to make sure to take your own content as well. So we have good quality phones now, good quality cameras where you can even take your own video content and your own photo content in the case that the finished images don't end up turning out the way that you want. But of course, you hope for all of the above. Another really cool yes point is that this is how you get your work published in magazines. Honestly, when you see most magazine work, it's not paid work, it's the TFP work. So I've had my work published on blogs and printed magazines, God knows how many times, so many times. And it looks amazing on my portfolio. It looks amazing on my client list and on my credits too. It's all stuff that you can hyperlink and you can use as bragging rights. You can get little publish badges to add to your website. So yeah, getting published, whether it be wedding magazines or fashion magazines, is always going to make you look like the makeup artist that people want to hire. There is one other reason you might want to say yes, and that is to build relationships. So for example, if there's a photographer that you really want to start working with and you want them to hire you, or a modeling agency that you want them to hire you, you may want to say yes to a TFP with them first to get in with them. Or if you already have a really good relationship with the photographer, for example, we work with Kim Forrester Photography all the time. She gets us so much work, so if she ever asks me to do a collaboration, the answer is yes. I owe her my donation of time for everything that she does for me. So also to build and maintain relationships too. So when do you want to say no to a TFP? So like I said, in the beginning of my career, I pretty much said yes to absolutely everything. I was trying to learn my skills, develop my portfolio, and figure out where I was going. Now, today, you know, fast track 16 years, I do get a little bit more picky about what I say yes to and what I say no to. So if someone approaches me and I look at the photographer's work and I just don't like the work, I don't feel like it's complimentary for beauty, for makeup, you know. Sometimes photographers focus more on full body, and that's not useful to my portfolio. I need tight up beauty shots. So obviously you could have that conversation with the photographer and clarify that they're going to do some beauty shots for you. But all in all, you know, if their editing style or something is, you know, too artistic and it's not actually showing your work, I would say no to that. You also want to make sure that you're not being taken advantage of. So with TFP, everybody is volunteering their time. No one is getting paid. So if you find out that you're the only one not getting paid and everyone else is getting paid, I'd be really annoyed. So really make sure that you are saying yes to the right things and that you're not being taken advantage of. For example, you know, if there's a particular photographer or wedding planner that regularly uses you for TFP, but they never get you any paid work in return, I'd probably see that as a little bit of a red flag that you're being taken advantage of. And then you also, like I said, you want to check out that creative brief and what they're expecting you to deliver in terms of the makeup and hair design. If what they're asking you to do doesn't align with what's valuable in your portfolio, let's say you already have tons of natural makeup in your portfolio and tons of down wavy hair and you just don't need another one, you can either say, that's not beneficial to my portfolio, can I do this instead, and see if they say yes, or pass on the gig. Okay, so we've talked about the yeses and the nos. Let's talk about how to get TFP work. So yeah, you can just wait for people to approach you. That does happen, but you can also go and find it yourself. So like I had previously mentioned, Facebook is an amazing place to find other creatives to work with. There are lots of different groups out there, so you can type in your city and photographer, or, you know, Vancouver photographer, Vancouver makeup artists. There's lots of groups that join photographers, makeup artists, hairstylists, models and stylists in a group on Facebook, and you can put a post out there saying, looking to work on some TFPs, collaborating with professionals, this is what I'm looking for, and see who messages you back saying that they're all also interested. And you may also want to look on those pages just to look out for other people posting the same things where you can respond to them too. So go and find TFPs too, don't just sit and wait for them to come to you. So what is the industry standard about TFPs? This is really important because you don't want to annoy people. So it is standard that everybody receives the images, the final images, and then when you use those final images, you need to give credit to the people who worked on that collaboration with you, because everybody was being paid with the images and the credit for the work. There's no physical payment, so you got to give each other a shout out. So when you put it on Instagram or wherever you want to post it, make sure to tag everybody who was involved, give each other the credit. And I really love that now on Instagram you can do the invite as collaborator thing too, which saves everybody time with posting. So yeah, it is industry standard to really make sure to credit each other's work. So how do you go from trade for print, working for free, to getting paid for your work? If you have amazing pictures of your work, naturally you're going to attract clients. People will find the pictures on Instagram through hashtags or on Facebook or on your website, You will also then have proof of your work to be able to approach people too. So you can approach agencies, or if you're getting into the wedding industry, wedding hair and makeup companies. As soon as I built a bit more of an editorial portfolio, I reached out to Ilaria agency and they ended up signing me. So now I'm a part of their agency and my own agency for 2 different types of work. So once you have that strong portfolio, it opens you up to be able to approach and to actually have a chance of getting jobs. TFP is a really powerful and effective way to build your portfolio fast, to get your name out there fast, and to attract the right kind of work, the work that you want. So through time, you will figure out your own groove, you'll figure out what you want to say yes to and what you want to say no to, and each artist will be different with that. What one artist may want, another may not. So there's no right and wrong, it's all about what you need and what you want as a makeup artist. I hope this video was helpful, and make sure to leave me comments below if you have questions. I'm absolutely happy to help you. Make sure to subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you next time.